Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode, we lost kind of a heartbreaker against the Texans, ending the win streak for the Broncos after they had won 3 straight. This week, the Broncos are facing off against the Chargers for the first time this season, and they'll see them again in week 17 as well. The Chargers having an even more disappointing season than the Broncos, I would say, also 5-7. That's a nice segue into talking about the overall standings here in the NFL. The Browns are 8-4, the Ravens are 8-4, the Bengals 7-5, and the Steelers 4-8 in the AFC North. In the AFC South, it's the Jags at 7-5, Titans 5-7, Texans 4-8, Colts 4-8. In the AFC East, the Patriots and the Bills are duking it out for the lead there. They are both 9-3. The Jets are 6-6, and the Dolphins 5-7. In the AFC West, the Chiefs have already clinched a playoff spot. They are 11-1. The worst they can finish now, of course, is 11-6. They've won the division already. With the loss the Broncos took, they mathematically cannot win the AFC West. Chargers are also 5-7, and then the Raiders are 4-8. In the NFC North, the Vikings lead the way there at 7-5. The Bears, Lions, and Packers are all 5-7. In the NFC South, the Panthers are 8-4, the Bucks 7-5, the Saints 6-6, and the Falcons 5-7. This is kind of reverse order of what I'd expect. In the NFC East, the Cowboys lead the way at 8-4. Giants are 6-6, Commanders 6-7, and the Eagles are in dead last in the NFC East at 5-7. In the NFC West, the 49ers are 8-4, the Rams 5-7, the Cardinals 4-9, and the Seahawks down at 2-10. But let's get on to action this week. As you can recall, in the last episode, we did lose Frank Clark for the remainder of the season. He has a torn labrum. He would technically be back in time for the final game of the season, but at this point, playoffs is looking incredibly unlikely. I don't think there's much of a point. I'd rather free up that roster spot, so I placed him on IR. That does mean we need to change up the depth chart a little bit because things got a little goofy with Frank Clark out. So that made Drew Sanders the rush left end. We're going to let Jonathan Cooper take over the starting job at the rush left end position. I was going to give it to Nick Benito because he's really fast. His block shedding is just really low, which is a concern. He's also a worse tackler, worse in coverage. He, although a higher overall, seems like a worse player to me than Jonathan Cooper, at least as a pass rusher. They're both quite young, so I'm going to give Cooper the chance here. Also, I am moving AJ Epinesa up into the second D tackle position, meaning he will get a lot more playing time behind Zach Allen. He has played really well when he's gotten opportunities, and the opportunities he's gotten are very limited. So I'm trying to get him more opportunities and see if he continues to play well. With that injury, that leaves Drew Sanders basically without a backup in the outside linebacker position. So we probably need to sign a free agent to take that spot. Well, I've made my decision. I'm going to sign Marcel Harris, the 29-year-old out of Florida. He's got really good pass coverage ratings, and I just want him to be a backup. All right, and that is done. Marcel Harris is going to back up Drew Sanders in the outside linebacker sort of coverage position, and Jonathan Cooper moves down to the edge to be our new edge rusher going forward with Frank Clark injured. If you missed it at the end of last episode, K'Wan Williams did win AFC Defensive Player of the Week. 9 tackles, 1 pick, and a touchdown. It was, of course, a pick 6. Hopefully he can do that again this week against Justin Herbert. Let's get into the weekly strategy ahead of our matchup against the Chargers. Herbert's medium passing rating is not great, but his short is, so we're going to go defend short pass. Offensively, I think blitz counter is great. They blitz a ton. Number 4 in blitz plays, number 1 in blitz TDs, and number 1 in blitz yards, whatever that means. Hoping for no injuries, obviously. We're already injured enough as it is. No injuries offensively, and what about defensively? Of course, without Frank Clark, but no injuries in practice. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this matchup against the Chargers. SoFi Stadium, where the home team is never really the home team, although that's obviously not the case in Madden. Javonte Williams might hit 1,000 yards on the season today. We shall see. Justin Herbert, I'm sure he's having a great year, although with the Chargers at 5-7, maybe not. Will Lutz will kick us off and get us underway here in LA. Chargers take a knee in the end zone, and that brings out Justin Herbert And this high-powered Chargers offense, we'll see what Justin Herbert's stats on the season are here in just a moment. Yeah, no, he is having an incredible season. 2,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, only 4 picks. Chargers notably have 0 injuries right now. So they're healthy and they're still 5-7. How very interesting. You know, I changed the depth chart so that certain people would be playing in certain spots, and immediately it's not happening, as on the first play, Mike Williams breaks away. He's to the 10, he's to the 5, he's in the end zone. One play, one score for the Chargers. Mike Williams gets open and has the speed to get down the field, and they're up 6-0 immediately. Well, the Broncos offense will take the field pretty much immediately. It was basically like the ball was kicked off to us. As we'll take a look at Tannehill's stats, obviously not quite on Herbert's level, but he does have more touchdowns on the season. 1st and 10 from the 25. Denver already down 7-0. Look for Javonte on the screenplay, and nobody blocked Derwin James. So that'll be 2nd and 9. Basically no gain there. We'll hand it off to Javonte. He's got a good carry here. Trucks over a Chargers defender and is down to the 38. A 1st down run for Denver. 1st and 10. Javonte's still in the game, and we're going back to him. He's got an okay carry here, a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6. P. Ryan has checked into the game. From the 42, it's going to be another rushing play, and not nearly as good for Samaje Perine. Pickup of 2. So on 3rd down, Denver looking to convert, keep the drive alive. Going to go to Javonte Williams, and nobody blocks again. And it's going to be 4th down. Denver lining up to go for it. On 4th and 1, Tannehill takes a snap, looks to throw. Dulcich wide open in the middle of the field. That's a 1st down for the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 50. Tannehill takes a snap, rolls, continuing to roll. I'm going to run here. Montrell Washington was open across the middle, but didn't want to risk the throw. 1st and 10 from the 37. Javonte Williams will take the carry. Has a good gain here. A pickup of 6. 2nd down and 4. So we'll look to Montrell Washington, who's just sitting in the middle of the field open. I still need to change his helmet. It looks so stupid. It'll be 1st down again for Denver. From the 23, Tannehill looking to throw. Going to hit Mims, who makes the reception, and is up to the 12, another 1st down. From the 12, looking to throw. Dulcich is just wide open. Nobody on him. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich just wide open up the seam. They had, I think, Khalil Mack over there in coverage, but was blitzing, and that just left Dulcich with nobody. Easiest throw of Tannehill's career, and another touchdown on the board for Denver. The Chargers take back over, and we'll see if we can manage to make them do at least 2 plays on this drive. Herbert throwing. It is nearly the same play, this time to Josh Palmer. And another 1st down. Clearly, it's going to be a tough day for this Broncos defense, as Herbert's making it look easy. This is a fake to Eckler, and he goes down. It's DJ Jones getting a sack, a loss of 8. 2nd and 18 from the 36 after the DJ Jones sack. And it is a pitch to Eckler this time. He's got good running room. Down at the 42, a pickup of 6. It's 3rd and long. A stop here would be nice after the failure of the last drive. 3rd and 12. It looks like it's going to be a screen for Eckler. Doesn't have the blockers in front of him and is tackled by Moreau and Simmons. And it's going to be 4th and 5. Chargers likely punting here. A great punt sees the Broncos starting from the 4. Samaje Perine is in the game. It's a handoff to him up the gut, and this is going to be a good carry, a pickup of 8 or 9. It'll be 2nd and 2. The Broncos now safely out of harm's way, not wanting to take a safety, of course, and Javonte Williams will get a carry this time. Meets Derwin, has a pickup of 5. 1st and 10 from the 17 now for Denver. Looking to throw. Dulcich is open. He holds on, has a pickup of 4. 7 of 7 for Tannehill. On 2nd down. Handoff up the middle for Javonte. Gets nothing, maybe a yard. That makes it 3rd and 5. Only a minute and a half left here in the 1st quarter. It's play action. Looking for Dulcich. Has it knocked away. In fact, it says it's dropped. After the drop, the Chargers will take back over with pretty good field position starting from the 35. It's a handoff to Eckler. Drew Sanders almost gets blocked into that. 2nd and 5. Eckler still in the game. I imagine he's a workhorse here for them. And Herbert will be throwing, finds Eckler, can't get it knocked out by Sanders. That's a fresh set of downs for the Chargers. 1st and 10. We'll see if they snap this here before the quarter ends. They do. Herbert throws for Kelly, or excuse me, not Kelly. It's Josh Palmer, not Josh Kelly. And he's got a big first, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7. The Chargers offense, especially in the passing game, absolutely disgusting so far. Herbert just picking us apart to this point. We'll see if we can turn that around. Maybe get some pressure on him by sending a blitz here. He is under pressure, but gets it off to Everett. It's brought down by Simmons after a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3 in the I formation. Have the fullback in the game. It is a fake to Eckler. Zach Allen trying to chase down Herbert. Keenan Allen comes back to it, and Pat Surtain can't make the tackle. Touchdown Chargers. It's just that simple for them, and it's another 6. 13-7 now, 14 pending the PAT. I do want to point something out about Madden this year that I don't remember being an issue in the previous year's games. Like, why does nothing happen here? Why does Pat Surtain just run past his guy? Obviously, like, this is going to be a gain nonetheless, but he should be down at like the 2 or the 3. I switched on to him, and I don't feel like I took a bad angle. There's like that heat seeker assist or whatever it is, and then you press X, which is the tackle button, but he just runs past, and it feels like there's nothing you can do to control this at all. Broncos offense back on the field, and Tyler Beatty is into the game for the first time today. And Beatty on the carry has a big pickup, jukes out a defender, and has a huge gain. Derwin gets blocked, and he's chased down at the 42. A huge gain for Tyler Beatty. Somehow, Tyler Beatty checks into the game and always has a big play in his back pocket. It's 1st and 10 from the 42 after the Beatty pickup. We'll go back to him in the air this time, and it is a pickup of 5. Samaje Perine has checked into the game. On 2nd down from the 37. We'll go to him, and he's got a 1st down carry. Strong man up to the 27. Tyler Beatty's back in the game after the Perine carry. On 1st and 10 from the 27. Gonna look to throw here. Gonna hit Mims, who takes a big hit, but has a pickup of 5, holds on. Javonte Williams is back in the game. 2nd and 5 from the 21. And we'll go to Javonte. Gets a good block from Quinn Miners, breaks a tackle, and is down at the 2. Javonte Williams, a great carry of his own. Javonte will remain in the game. And from the 2, we will go back to him, and that is a free touchdown for the young running back. Denver ties the game back up, hopefully, assuming we can make the PAT. Javonte Williams, another touchdown on the season. The game is indeed tied. It is 14-14 as the Chargers take back over from their own 25. Still have 8.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Herbert throwing quickly. That's Gerald Everett on the reception. 2nd and 6. It's looking like it's probably another throw here from Herbert. And it is. We send a blitz, but it gets picked up. Caden Stearns makes a great open field tackle on Everett, and it's going to be 3rd down. Let's see if the Broncos can hold the Chargers to a 3-and-out here. 3rd and 7. Herbert rolling, throwing, intercepted by Fabian Moreau. It was behind Joshua Palmer and went right into the waiting arms of Fabian Moreau, who continues to play really, really well. We'll look at the replay here. Herbert on the run, just slightly inaccurate, although Palmer didn't really give any effort to this at all, and it just goes to Fabian Moreau. Oh, Denver, the beneficiaries of a bad throw, dumped this off to Javonte Williams over the middle, and brought down by Derwin James at the 26, a pickup of 9. Just a lot of check downs to this point. It looks like Derwin is blitzing here. What does that mean for the defense? Throw it quickly to Marvin Mims. He's got good speed. Can he get past the defender? He can. And then is eventually brought down at the 2. Khalil Mack is injured on the play as well. 1st and goal from the 2. We're going to go to Javonte Williams. He has 1 on the day already, and he gets another. Touchdown Broncos. Javonte Williams kind of back into a workhorse role so far today, although we have seen a little bit of Perine and Beatty. He's getting the red zone snaps, and he's getting the touchdowns, and that's all we care about. So after the Herbert interception, the Chargers take over yet again, looking obviously to have a better drive this time. Herbert throws and could not break it up. PS2 is there in coverage, but Keenan Allen comes down with it. 1st and 10 from the 43. Allen and Williams in motion. 5.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Herbert gets sacked. DJ Jones, he's second on the day, only credited with half a sack on the last one, so 1.5 on the day for DJ Jones. Second and long. Can Herbert work a little bit of magic here? Takes a snap, hands off Eckler. He has so much running room. Great blocks from Keenan Allen. And that's a first down, made of all the yardage and then some, up to the 43. First and 10 Chargers. Offset I formation here from the 43. Herbert taking his sweet time snapping the ball. Does eventually snap it, caught by Williams. Brought down by K'Wan Williams. Eckler in the backfield still. It is a carry for him, and Drew Sanders makes a great tackle. It's going to be third down. 3.5 left to play in the second quarter. From the 37, Herbert. Throwing left side, knocked out of Mike Williams' hands. K'Wan Williams there in coverage. Fourth down. They are lined up to go for this. 4th and 4. They are kind of in that weird field goal range where it's not quite a freebie. Knocked out of Keenan Allen's hands by PS2, and the Broncos take over on downs. So Denver takes over from the 37 after forcing the failed fourth down conversion. From the 37, Tyler Beatty's in the game, and he's going to run this to the outside. Can't outrun the linebacker. That's a great tackle. Samaje Perine is in the game now on 2nd and 9 from the 38. Tannehill looking to throw. Looking for Judy across the middle. His first reception of the day, I believe. And he's got a first down up to the 47. First and 10. What can Tannehill do? Troutman's open here on the left. Has a reception and fumbles the ball. It's recovered by the Chargers. It was a scramble there for a while. We hit the 2-minute warning in that process. And now, instead of Denver having a possession, the Chargers take back over. Troutman really bailing out the Chargers after they failed that fourth down conversion, knocked out of Gerald Everett's hands. That is really unfortunate from Troutman. That fumble really sets us back pretty bad. Herbert throws. Knocked out again from Keenan Allen. 3rd and 10. Less than 2 minutes to play. Chargers looking to convert and tie this game back up before the half. Herbert throws across the middle, knocked out again. Good coverage from Fabian Moreau. 4th and 10 Chargers. So just a small setback for the Broncos, I guess, in a sense. On first down, immediately we're going back to Troutman for some reason. He's close to a first. 2nd down and 1. Tannehill will look to throw. Is going to take a sack. It's 3rd and 11. I'm going to let the clock continue to roll. I just could not make a decision on that throw quickly enough. We'll look to throw again. Looking downfield for Javonte. Knocked away. 4th and 11. We'll punt it away. 1st and 10. 34 seconds left, and all of the timeouts for the Chargers. They could easily get into at least field goal range here, I imagine. A catch for Everett has a big first down. They're up to the 39. From the 39, Herbert moving right along. They did burn a timeout there, and he's got another man open. It's Palmer. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 42. Closing in on field goal range already. They have burned 2 of the timeouts. Herbert rolling left. Throwing cross body. Caden Stearns knocks it away from Josh Palmer. 2nd and 10. 18 seconds left to play. And wide open is Mike Williams. K'Wan Williams could not keep up. They're to the 20. And they call a timeout with 10 seconds left to play. They're not taking a shot at the end zone. Just electing to kick the field goal here. We'll see if Dicker the kicker can make this one. It is up. It is good. And we will head into the half. 21-17 in favor of Denver. So we'll head into the half. Broncos up 21-17. But honestly, I feel like the Chargers have looked like the better team, at least offensively. They just have that one big turnover that's really costing them at this point. We'll take a look around the league here at halftime. Raiders hosting the Vikings, are up 14-7. Vikings, of course, winning that division currently. The Niners hosting the Seahawks. The Seahawks are 2-10. I keep forgetting how terrible they've been this season. 14-3 in favor of the Niners. And then finally, the Bills visiting the Chiefs and up 14-0 just before the half. The Broncos will start with the ball here in the second half, and we'll see if we can make it a 2-possession lead by scoring a touchdown here. I feel like we've been miserable on our first attempts in second half so far this season as Joey Bosa is injured. Our first drive in second halves typically doesn't go very well, from what I can remember from playing and editing these games. On 2nd and 4, after the Williams carry has a little bit, they're going to say no gain, actually. 3rd down. Looking to break that trend here, hopefully, on 3rd and 4. Tannehill on play action will be looking to throw for Dulcich, who holds on and he breaks a tackle. And he's out of bounds at the 44. 1st down, Denver. And now Samaje Perine is in the game. We've got a 2 tight end set. We're going to Perine. It's going to be a good carry for him. He's got 7-8 yards. At this point, I prefer Tyler Beatty over Samaje Perine because Perine is really just a worse version of Javonte Williams, whereas Beatty actually gives us a different look, as that was a great throw from Tannehill, but knocked out of Dulcich's hands. Like, Beatty and Jaleel McLaughlin give us speed threats, where Samaje Perine is actually slower than Javonte. And speaking of Javonte, it's a carry for him. He's got the 1st. All of that to say, I'm just not sure if Perine will be on the team past this season, essentially, is my point. Looking for Judy across the middle, but it is deflected. Perine back in the game. He also hasn't impressed me big time this season, which is another reason I'd keep somebody around. Has a good carry here, a pickup of 6. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Broncos. Can they convert yet again? Looking for Mims across the middle. A well-timed throw from Tannehill. That's complete, and it's another 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 27. Denver slowly but surely moving this down the field. Gonna look to throw again, and Mims is open again. And he's inside the 15 at the 15. 1st down. Tannehill had a bit of a poor performance a week ago against the Texans, but has been much better so far today. And I say that, and then immediately he fumbles. McGlinchey will pick it up and try to run with it a little bit. Swarmed by a number of Chargers defenders. It's 2nd and 29. I was just talking about how Tannehill had been playing better today, and then he fumbles immediately. So, play action, it's going to be another sack. It is 3rd and 34. Well. 3rd and 34, honestly just looking to get back in field goal range at this point. Looking downfield for Jerry Jeudy. It's intercepted by Derwin James. It went from bad to worse on this possession. My goodness. 2 sacks pushes us to 3rd and forever. And then Tannehill trying to force something down the field. Essentially just works as an arm punt. So it's not the end of the world, because if this goes incomplete, we'd be punting it anyway. Although the field position would be worse for the Chargers, surely. And Derwin just jumps in front of Jeudy. So the Chargers take over for the first time in the second half. It was a bad decision to throw on my part. I take full responsibility for that Tannehill interception. Herbert throwing across the middle, swatted down by PS2. Makes it 2nd down. The Chargers sure do throw the ball a lot. Drew Sanders is lined up on Josh Palmer, and I don't know how I feel about that, but it's too late to feel anything. Devin Bush was in coverage on Gerald Everett. Goes nowhere. 3rd down and 9. Can the Broncos defense make a stop? Get the offense back on the field after their mistake. It's for Palmer. It is complete. Fabian Moreau couldn't break it up. It's 1st down, Chargers. Just a little over 5 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And it's looking like Herbert will likely be throwing again, though it's out of the pistol, so who knows. It is a fake to Eckler, and Palmer was wide open, and Herbert just missed him. Offset I formation on 2nd and 10. We'll see where Herbert goes. He's going to the ground as it's a sack involving a number of Broncos defenders. 3rd and 17. Even AJ Epinesa got involved there, and he's got a bigger role now with the Frank Clark injury. We'll see what he can do. Haven't seen a ton of him since the trade happened, and Baron Browning gets a sack as well. It's 4th and 26. Herbert goes to the ground again, and the Chargers will have to punt it away. Jaleel McLaughlin actually left the game injured off of that punt return. Not that he was seeing a ton of playing time anyway, but he is a guy I'm excited about. 2nd and 12. On the bright side, that Broncos interception, that Tannehill interception, did not come back to bite them, at least not immediately. We'll look for Javonte here. Follow Quinn Miners. And he's got the first down on the screen. On 1st and 10, Judy, the only receiver in the game currently, and this is a terrible throw, inaccurate from Tannehill. Makes it 2nd down. Out of the pistol, we'll go to Troutman, who fumbled earlier in the game. 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. Denver needing a conversion here. Tannehill rolling. Still rolling and running out of bounds. Just nothing open down the field to the right side. And I will settle for the punt. Chargers take back over from the 20 after the Riley Dixon punt. And Herbert by himself in the backfield. From the 20. It's a designed quarterback run, and Devin Bush takes out his legs. It's a gain of 1. Herbert by no means a terrible athlete, but that is very strange that they would run a QB draw with such a good pocket passer, as this is a pass for Mike Williams, who beats K'Wan Williams off the line. It's a big gain there to the 47. Makes it 1st and 10. Offset I formation. They have not run the ball a lot, but on this play they do for Eckler, and a good open field tackle from Caden Stearns. End of the 3rd quarter, 21-17 still for the Broncos, a scoreless 3rd quarter. It's anyone's game. Honestly, the winner of this might be worse off because it gives you a slightly worse draft pick, as this is deflected, nearly caught by Eckler. 3rd down. 3rd down and 4, bunch right for the Chargers. Herbert all kinds of time, finds his man wide open is Mike Williams, brought down by Justin Simmons at the Denver 32. 1st down Chargers. They have a lot of weapons on this team. They've been difficult to stop, to say the least. So on 1st and 10 from the 32, Herbert throwing again, finds Keenan Allen this time. We were in zone for once, and it did not work out. A pickup of 7. We'll see how the Chargers choose to go about this. It is a throw for Mike Williams, brought down by K'Wan Williams at the 17. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. Chargers slow and steady on this drive, and it's working very well. And this is a throw for Keenan Allen, who beat Pat Surtain off the line, and he's got a 1st and goal down to the 7. 330 yards on the day for Herbert. At this point, the score feels inevitable for the Chargers. I imagine they will be taking the lead here after 1 or 2 more plays. And it's only 1. It's to Mike Williams in the end zone. He is just absolutely dominating K'Wan Williams today. This is the first time K'Wan Williams has looked truly bad, and I think it might be because this is the first time we've played against a team with a wide receiver 2 of this caliber. Denver has lost the lead. Takes back over on offense with 9.5 minutes left to play. First play is going to be a handoff to Javonte Williams. He's up to the 29, a pickup of 4. On 2nd down and 6. Be another handoff to Javonte, and he goes basically nowhere. They'll call it a pickup of 2, but I'm not so sure. 3rd down, Denver. Kind of dire situation here. We'll look for Troutman down the field, make a catch, big fella, and he does. Adam Troutman, sure-handed as they come, has made a number of big catches this year. Tyler Beatty is checked into the game on 1st and 10 from the 43. Will be a run for the speedster. Gets to the edge, has a ton of green in front of him, just Derwin James to beat, who pushes him out of bounds at the 13. Tyler Beatty is insane. I don't know why it seems to only be him that can break off these massive runs. Javonte Williams gets big ones, but usually not quite that big. From the 13, Beatty still in the game. Cuts it up the middle and has a pickup of 4, 2nd down and 6. On 2nd and 6 from the 9, looking to throw. Looking for Judy across the middle, outruns the defender and is into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy, not a ton of receptions today, but a lot of important ones, including the touchdown here to give the Broncos the lead yet again. This PAT will make it a 4-point game, so the Chargers will need a touchdown to take the lead. A field goal will not do it. 28-24 for Denver. Chargers offense takes over. Looks good about every other drive right now. And on this drive, not a good start. Baron Browning with his 2nd sack of the day. That makes it 2nd and 19 for the Chargers. From inside their own 20. Across the middle, knocked away by Pat Surtain. 3rd and very long for Justin Herbert. There's still some time on the clock, so they could afford to punt this. Sure, they'd prefer a conversion, and they're going to get it. Gerald Everett dusted Devin Bush off the line. 1st and 10 Chargers. Denver defense could not capitalize on the Baron Browning sack on 1st and 10. And now it's a new 1st and 10 from the 43. Herbert throws quickly, caught by Keenan Allen, and he's outrunning Pat Surtain. Has a huge first down into the red zone. Go the Chargers down at the 19. 1st and 10 from the 19. As Herbert out of the shotgun, completely empty set. Getting blitzed, Devin Bush untouched. Records a sack, 2nd and 17 coming up. 4.5 minutes left to play. Of course, a touchdown takes the lead, and Denver would have to answer. As this is intercepted by Patrick Surtain II. Jumps in front of the Keenan Allen reception attempt. I don't even know what words I'm saying. Herbert throws another pick, and this time to the man himself, PS2. Just a weird decision to throw there. I mean, just draped in coverage. PS2 just ran the route for Keenan Allen, and it's a pick. Well, Denver gets bailed out by the defense, forcing turnovers yet again. The defense getting turnovers is quite literally the only reason the Broncos have wins this season. It's definitely not because of runs like that. 2nd and 9. It is moving the clock, though, as on 2nd down from the 14. We'll hand it off to Samaje Perine, and he's got us to 3rd and 5. 3 minutes left to play, 3rd down and 5. A conversion here would go a long way to sealing the game for the Broncos. Hit Montrell Washington. He's got the first at the 25-yard line. Denver moves the chains. I am absolutely changing Montrell Washington's helmet after this game because the fact that his chin strap just doesn't sit on his chin is so stupid. Javonte Williams, a huge carry, jukes out one defender, one man to beat down the field. He can't do it. A huge run for Javonte Williams. Tyler Beatty, eat your heart out. That's our man up to the 38 in Charger territory. A huge run and a big juke here for Javonte Williams. Not quite to the 2-minute warning because we went out of bounds, but from the 38, it's Javonte again. Goes down after a 1-yard gain. The duality of man. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Denver up by 4 and in prime position to score. Tyler Beatty is checked into the game in the final 2 minutes here. 2nd and 9 from the 37. It is a handoff to Beatty. Can't quite slip through there. The Chargers burning those timeouts now. It's 3rd and 9. Tannehill to throw for Jerry Jeudy. It's knocked out of his hands. That is an unfortunate time to lose possession. 4th down. Will Lutz will attempt a 54-yard field goal to put the Broncos up by a clean 7. The kick. It is up. It's got the accuracy. It has the leg. It is good from Will Lutz. And it is a 7-point lead for the Denver Broncos with less than 2 minutes to play. Less than 2 minutes, a minute 50 for Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense to try to tie this game. Herbert throws, knocked away. Fabian Moreau all over Josh Palmer. 2nd and 10. Herbert by himself. Has tons of weapons out wide. Throws for Gerald Everett, who breaks a Caden Stearns tackle and is brought down by Devin Bush. They do not burn a timeout here. From the 45, a minute and a half left to play. Herbert throws, knocked away. Pat Surtain all over it. Minute 24, offset I formation. There is no shot the Chargers are running in this situation. Yeah, not even play action. Zach Allen is getting into the backfield. Jonathan Cooper's there as well. And it's a throw to the fullback, and they'll burn a timeout. 3rd and 12. That gained virtually nothing. Did that lose a couple yards, in fact? 3rd and long from the 43. Herbert throws quickly. Mike Williams is open. Has the reception. They're hurrying up. 1st and 10 again. Herbert throws quickly. Josh Palmer makes the catch. He's to the 22. 45 seconds left. They still have a timeout. Not using it. Herbert throwing again. It's Keenan Allen. He gets a block. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. And just like that, they are an extra point away from a tied football game. They made that look stupid easy. And I mean stupid easy. Can somebody come up big with a block here to protect the lead? No block. It's good. It's 31-31 39 seconds left to play. Now would be a big time for Jaleel McLaughlin to get a huge return. We are going to return it with him. Oh, and it was a bad idea. He's down at the 18. So, 35 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 18. Denver just needs a field goal to win. So that's what we're going to look to go get. This is a throw for Washington, deflected. Probably lucky it wasn't picked. 30 seconds left to play. 31 to be exact. And Tannehill just going to throw this away. 3rd and 10 upcoming. Play calling wants me to run it here. I don't want to. I feel like that's giving up, and we're already not a playoff team. I'm not playing for a win. We'll look for Mims over the middle. It's picked off by Derwin James. I have a few things to say about that. How is that perfect accuracy? First of all. Holy cow. All right. Perfect accuracy, by the way. Super sick. Maybe a bad decision to throw. It probably should be a bullet pass instead of a touch pass like I did. Because I thought a bullet pass might get picked by this linebacker. That's why I tried to do a touch pass. I swear the little meter came up really late when I pressed the button, but that could just be a latency thing. I don't know. And then, I mean, Marvin Mims is wide open. If this is a bullet pass, it's probably fine. But I don't understand how this is perfect accuracy. I mean, it is past Marvin Mims by a good margin. That is not perfect accuracy in the slightest. It goes straight to Derwin James, and they are in field goal range already. This game is lost now because of this. That will almost definitely lose Denver the game, though. 1st and 10 from the 27. I formation for the Chargers, obviously just killing time until they can kick a field goal. We might as well burn those timeouts. There's obviously another run for Eckler. A good stop by Baron Browning, 3rd and 11. Oh, they're kicking the field goal already. I imagine that this is going to be money. This is like a chip shot. The AI never misses these, and they don't miss again. So it's going to be 8 seconds left for Denver as the Chargers take a 34-31 lead. Well, I'll say it again. Now would be a great time for a big Jaleel McLaughlin return, wouldn't it? Let's see what he can do. Breaks this to the outside. Needed to break one tackle. Couldn't do it. Well, it comes down to this. I hate Hail Marys. They never work. So, last play of the game. We'll look to throw. Just throw a bomb for Jerry Jeudy and see if he does something special. Does not. Out of range. Swatted away. And Denver will lose this football game in one of the stupidest fashions I have done to date. That is a frustrating one. 34-31. Chargers take a victory. Improve to 6-7, and the Broncos fall to 5-8 on the regular season. Man, that one pass for Marvin Mims really cost me the whole game. I mean, there was a number of mistakes. Obviously, I could have played a lot differently. It's just frustrating that it comes down to what said it was a perfect accuracy pass that was pretty clearly overthrown in the direction of Mims. Justin Herbert threw for 476 yards, though, so not really anybody to blame but the defense, I would say, for giving up that. Tannehill, by the way, wasn't spectacular today, but he wasn't terrible. It's mostly just those 2 picks that hurt. Javonte Williams had 105 yards, 6.1 a carry, not bad. Pirine was 6.5 a carry, and Tyler Beatty continues to just do what he does with these opportunities. 13.5 a carry. He's not getting a ton of touches, but when he does, man, they are big plays. Receiving, Mike Williams had 8 for 174. I mean, K1 Williams was on him for the most part today. Got scorched. So, lesson learned. If we're playing against a good wide receiver too, it shouldn't be K1 Williams in coverage. He's probably too slow to cover a guy as good as Mike Williams. I don't know if we have a guy who can cover Mike Williams. PS2 can only be one place at a time. And he didn't exactly do great on Keenan Allen, if we're being honest. So, I don't know. All of the top receivers, though, are for the Chargers, which makes sense. Marvin Mims was the leading receiver for the Broncos, had 63 yards on 5 catches. Javonte 4 for 25, Dulcich 4 31, Adam Troutman 4 for 47, Jerry Jeudy 2 for 25 and a touchdown. He doesn't get a ton of targets anymore, but he does get a lot of touchdowns. Devin Bush has an upgrade here in the post game. Honestly, probably just want to keep improving his coverage. He's up to a 79 overall and gets +3 zone coverage. What a brutal game to lose. It sucks to lose like that, almost in back-to-back weeks. A heartbreaker against the Texans and then a heartbreaker against the Chargers. I mean, if both of those games go our way, we're 7-6 right now and probably have a chance chance at a playoff spot, honestly, but now we're 5-8 and best we can finish is 9-8. Just feels over. Anyway, in the next episode, it looks like we have a lot going on. We have a breakout linebacker, team turmoil, immovable object, a bunch of stuff going on next week in our matchup against the Lions. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support recently. Like always, if you find yourself coming back on the regular and you haven't subbed already, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot, and I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of the year. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll face off against the Lions.